So you might have heard that Ethan Klein sent what basically amounts to like a stern letter to Noah Samsen, threatening to sue him. And I would love to go over the whole letter with you, but Ethan Klein made sure to dox me, so I don't want to go over it because he doxed me in it. However, we will talk about it nonetheless. Firstly, though, I want to go over the reason why he's doing this, and he hasn't been talking about this. He's been keeping his fans on the down low about this. It's nothing to do with any of this Israel-Palestine stuff. Absolutely nothing to do with it. There's something that Ethan Klein does not talk about anymore. He used to talk about it a lot, but not anymore. Ethan Klein is set to lose millions upon millions upon millions of dollars in an actual real defamation lawsuit because he kept pushing the buttons of a guy who's way richer than him, a guy who used to be a billionaire. And just a few days ago, he ended up losing the most important part of that defamation lawsuit. It was decided that Ethan Klein had defamed this guy. All that there is left is to establish damages. He lost the anti-SLAPP suit, and then he lost the anti-SLAPP appeal, and he was ordered to pay all of the expenses of the plaintiff. The thing with anti-SLAPP, at least in California, from what I have read, because I read a couple of legal articles on this before streaming about it, once the anti-SLAPP motion is defeated, the defamation part of the lawsuit is established. The trial is now only to establish damages. So it has been ruled essentially that he defamed the guy. And this guy he used to be a billionaire. I'd assume he still has hundreds of millions of dollars. So he's going to get totally fucked here. I don't think there's any settling here. There's no settling at this point. You can't settle at this point, can you? Why would the guy want to settle when he's in the driver's seat? And this is why Ethan Klein is like desperately trying to frame himself as some sort of legal warrior who's in the right all the time now to his audience by like sending frivolous slap legal threats to Noah Samsen and stuff, and threatening to sue like 50 people at once, and threatening to sue like Reddit moderators and stuff. And the reason is that he's actually getting fucked in an actual real lawsuit really bad. So the story behind this lawsuit is that years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, Ethan Klein streamed a couple of seconds of a pay-per-view like YouTuber boxing thing with like Jake Paul or whichever the other Paul. I don't know which one is the boxing Paul, one of them. And he ended up getting sued for that by Triller Media, who owned the distribution rights to that pay-per-view event. And for this lawsuit by Triller Media, Ethan Klein, he blamed the CEO of Triller Media, Ryan Kavanaugh, who was at one point a billionaire, is not anymore apparently. Maybe he is, I don't know. He personally blamed the CEO for that copyright claim, and he started like basically dedicating segments of his show to like saying that Ryan Kavanaugh like was guilty of doing a Ponzi scheme or something constantly, and just like he made websites like, does Ryan Kavanaugh look like Harvey Weinstein, and like just like trying to push this guy's buttons on every single show that he did. And just to be clear, I highly doubt that the CEO of this company had anything to do with the legal team trying to sue him personally. Like, obviously he's the CEO, he has something to do with it, but it's not like he's the one who ordered it. Nonetheless, Ethan Klein decided that he was responsible for that, and that he would like say a bunch of shit about this guy. And the story behind the defamation lawsuit, which is the one that he is set to lose, is that there was an article in Variety, the entertainment news outlet Variety, which claimed that Ryan Kavanaugh had like carried out a Ponzi scheme. Variety retracted this article within a week, and then Ethan Klein kept citing that article repeatedly, like literally, if you look at the lawsuit, which we will in a minute, he literally cited that article hundreds of times on his podcast, and Ryan Kavanaugh's lawyers had a fucking field day listing all the times that he cited it after it was already retracted, to try and make it out like this guy had, like the Ponzi scheme allegation was 100% confirmed or whatever. And to be clear, this Ryan Kavanaugh guy doesn't exactly seem like he's a better person than Ethan Klein. Honestly, they deserve each other. But Ethan Klein apparently thought it was a good idea to just do that over and over again. He thought he was just like immune to everything. A couple of days ago, Ethan Klein's anti-SLAPP appeal, he already lost the original anti-SLAPP motion, and he appealed it. And he lost the appeal, which pretty much par for the course, I would say. You know, that seems about like what you would expect. So allow me to show you the glory of the lawsuit that Ethan Klein just lost. Oh, he hasn't lost the whole lawsuit yet, technically, but he is certainly fucked. Absolutely certainly fucked. And we're going to get to the Noah Samsen lawsuit thread and stuff soon as well. And like, if we go through most of this ruling is dedicated to just listing the times that Ethan Klein said that he did a Ponzi scheme. It just goes on and on and on. All of this in reaction to like a copyright claim. On and on and on. He lost, and it was ruled that he had to pay. Kavanaugh is entitled to his costs on appeal. So he had to pay Kavanaugh's fees for the appeal. And once you lose an anti-slap motion, defamation is essentially proven. Now they just get down to the damages and the rest of the trial. So you have to understand, he is so fucked here. He is actually fucked. He made statements of fact, like this guy did a Ponzi scheme. That's something that you have to prove or disprove. He didn't actually prove it. He literally made the claim here that it was just a meme. Defendant's contention that the audience interpreted defendant's statements as a meme, even if true, is unavailing. And then there's a citation. A meme is an amusing or interesting item. Oh, I love lawsuits. Or genre of items that is spread widely online, especially through social media. But Kavanaugh presented sufficient enough evidence to establish a prima facie case that the challenged statements were assertions of fact, and defendants do not identify sufficient evidence to disprove the challenge statements are assertions of fact as a matter of law. So this is a cut and dry defamation lawsuit. It was a statement of fact. They were making statements of fact that, at least as far as we know, are unproven. Cut and dry. He's fucked. These two deserve each other. Like people who love to litigate stuff. I'm glad Kavanaugh is finally getting a win in his litigation, which is more than Ethan Klein can ever say about his frivolous litigation. Though this isn't frivolous litigation. So that's the reason why Ethan Klein is so desperate to try and frame himself as some sort of legal warrior to his fans, because he's actually a legal loser. He's set to lose so much fucking money here. Like, this guy's gonna take him to the fucking cleaners, actually. Now, Ethan Klein's legal document against Noah Samsen is quite a bit different. I'm not going to show it because it doxes me like 50 times throughout, because it's not actually about Noah Samsen. He's just like basically like trying to sue Noah Samsen for citing me. That's his plan. Like illegal citations of bad empanada. But like the contentions are, you called Ethan Klein a genocide supporter or like a genocide enabler or whatever it was, something like that. Here's the problem with that. That's a matter of opinion. It's not a statement of fact. It's a matter of opinion. Because whether or not you support something isn't like you ran a Ponzi scheme. That's a statement of fact. That's something provable or disprovable. You're a genocide supporter. It's something that you can argue for, but it's not something that's like inherently true or false. Like we know by our standards it's true, but it's more of a subjective claim. In the US, these sorts of claims are very well protected by the First Amendment, so you can't just sue someone on that basis. Like, are you a genocide supporter? Like, on the face of it is a matter of opinion. What is genocide is also a matter of opinion. Is what is happening in Gaza genocide is also a matter of opinion. You can't litigate this shit. It's all the way down. It's things that you cannot possibly litigate. The court is not going to decide whether you are right or wrong in what is ultimately an argument. The court can only decide whether you were defamed when someone says that you like did or said something that you didn't do. Statements of fact. They can't fucking litigate an argument for you. Like, he's so fucking stupid that rather than try to make a response video to argue his case, he's going to court and paying his lawyer to essentially present before a court a YouTube argument for him. By the way, his lawyer, I just want to note, and you'll love this one. Now, you might know that Ethan Klein has said repeatedly that West Bank settlers are fair game. Let me just show you a little clip of that from the content new Hassan Piker.
The West Bank are religious zealots, they're monsters, they're genocidal. I've even said the West Bank settlers are valid military targets. When you talk about like colonial settlers and stuff, like that's what's actually happening in the West Bank right now. And these people are more or less valid military targets, in my opinion.
Okay. Now. I want to introduce you now. I'm so excited. I want to introduce you to Ethan Klein's lawyer, Ron Bar-Nissim. Prior to entering law, Bar-Nissim was an English teacher in Israel and the West Bank! I wonder how that discussion goes. Ethan Klein thinks that his lawyer is a valid military target. I wonder how that goes over at lunch. I'm so pro-Palestine that my lawyer is a former West Bank settler. Ron Bar-Nissim. That is the most I change my name to sound more indigenous name you'll ever see. It's giving Maximus Aurelius. I said it's giving. So anyway, apart from the lawyer being very funny, aside from that one thing, genocide, Ethan Klein's lawyer tries to claim that Noah Samsen saying things like, Ethan Klein erroneously cited Saudi Arabian propaganda to try and claim that the Houthis were slavers. He tries to claim that is a defamatory statement. Again, that's a statement about like a fucking argument on like the facts regarding news and history and politics and stuff. You can't litigate that. A judge cannot decide whether that statement is true or false or not. It's an argument. You can't litigate that. And I can show you that part because it doesn't mention my name, but basically the entire rest of the video, his lawyer went and did a very obvious he asked ChatGPT to debunk 2 of my videos. The one about Ethan Klein citing Saudi propaganda to claim that the Houthis are slavers, and another one about Ethan Klein lying about supposed equivalent expulsions of the Nakba to try and legitimize the Nakba. So I shit you not, Ethan Klein essentially paid his lawyer to ask ChatGPT to debunk 2 bad empanada videos. He paid his lawyer easily thousands for this because he is like incapable of debunking the videos himself. So he paid a fucking lawyer to try and do so. Obviously, there is no fucking valid legal reason to litigate this shit. You can't litigate an argument over an interpretation of a source. You can't litigate this. What the fuck is this? Check this out, okay? He's like, you attempt to impeach the credibility of the sources relied upon by Ethan. For example, you attack the article entitled Exclusive Houthis Restore Slavery in Yemen from Asharq al-Awsat English version, which by the way is literally a Saudi newspaper owned by the Saudi royal family. The article itself refers to receiving information from, oh my god, I can't believe this, sources close to the group, several local reports, Yemeni activists, a member of the lawyers syndicate in Yemen, and a civilian who works for a pro-Houthi tribal leader in Sada. Other than your blithe assertion that the article contains baseless claims from Saudi state propaganda outlets, you cite no evidence refuting the substance of the article or the sources it relied upon. The sources it relied upon, do you listen to yourself? Sources close to the group, several local reports. It's literally nothing. It's made up. Like I could say, Rambar Nassim, according to several local reports, took a big poo-poo in the local river. Several local reports. Sources close to him told me this. When the article itself does not actually cite fucking anything aside from, dude, trust us, these people who definitely exist, who we cannot name nor identify, told us this. And it's owned by the fucking Saudi royal family currently doing a fucking genocide against the people that it's talking about. Yeah, that's made up. That's fucking made up. Citing a source like that is equivalent to citing fucking nothing. It's the same exact thing. And it's like, why don't you try and disprove the substance of the sources that it relied upon? Like, sources close to the group? Yeah, why don't you try and disprove that? Ethan Klein paid someone thousands of dollars to try and debunk my video and to try and sue Noah Samsen for citing my video. And then, I shit you not, it goes on to state that the United States State Department cited that article. And that is his basis. That is his basis for it being apparently evidence of defamation. Which it would, by the way, even if this were true, even if this article was 100% true and good, contesting that fact and saying that you don't believe that it was is not defamation. It can't be defamation. It's a fucking matter of interpretation. It's an argument between 2 fucking YouTubers. You can't litigate this. This is so getting thrown out. Like, are you kidding me? This guy is just driving his reputation through the mud, dealing with Ethan Klein. What the fuck is this? And then he goes on to say, further is evidence you not watch the Al Jazeera World documentary Slavery in Yemen. The documentary focused on Yemen's overall culture of slavery and the deposed government's denials of its existence. Yeah, that has nothing to do with the Houthis. Moreover, it is highly misleading to claim it was issued before the Houthi takeover of Yemen, since the Houthis have controlled parts of Yemen as early as March 2011. Further, the Al Jazeera documentary was released on September 10th, 2014, 6 days before the Battle of Sana'a. So he's like trying to claim that somehow this documentary, which he himself acknowledged, is about the previous government, which the Houthis deposed, somehow proves that the Houthis do slavery, as Ethan Klein claimed. Because of Yemen's overall culture of slavery, even his lawyers are racist shitbags. Unbelievable. Though, to be fair, this was almost certainly not written by him, but imagine presenting this to a court. Like, this is something that even if you were right, you could not litigate. But to be clear, he's just plain fucking wrong. This is fucking absurd. Now, I can't show you a lot of the rest of this because he doxed me in it. I feel like he doxed me in it, like just because he wanted to make it so that I couldn't refute it on my stream, which is basically the sort of thing that Ethan Klein would do. But to give you a taste of what it's like in the rest of it, let me show you just the citations. This is the citations for one page. And you might, if you use or you're familiar with like ChatGPT, what ChatGPT tends to do is it does this ridiculous over-citation thing where it will write one sentence and throw in like 10 different citations, like Wikipedia articles, like encyclopedia entries, like YouTube videos and stuff, all for like one random sentence that probably wouldn't even need a citation. So this is what the citations look like on like one page. Wikipedia, YouTube video, YouTube video, YouTube video, YouTube video, Holocaust Encyclopedia, United States Holocaust Memorial Museum Encyclopedia, Wikipedia, 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 US State Department. He paid his lawyer to ask ChatGPT to debunk my videos. Ethan Klein, in lieu of being able to respond to people criticizing him himself, something that he insists that Hassan Piker is bad for not doing, even though Hassan has already watched a billion videos that refuted him. So why does it matter who refuted you or not? It doesn't really matter. But Ethan Klein keeps claiming that Hassan has to refute his content nuke himself or it doesn't count. Ethan Klein paid his lawyer to ask ChatGPT to try and refute two of my second channel videos and attempt to try and file a lawsuit over that. To be clear, you can't litigate this. You can't litigate historical interpretations. You can't litigate historical arguments. You can't litigate shit like, I believe this source you cited is bunk. You can't litigate this stuff. This is not a matter for a court to decide, and it's certainly not defamation against you to say that you're wrong about this and say, well, the source that you cited is shit. You can't go to a fucking court and litigate this stuff. This is not defamation. Everything in here is First Amendment protected. The original contention in of itself is a First Amendment protected matter of free speech. In my opinion, you were a genocide supporter. And the rest of it is like, it's like a historian, rather than writing a rebuttal to another historian who he disagrees with, he just goes to court and accuses the other historian of defamation for saying that he's wrong. Except it's not a historian, it's a YouTuber argument. And rather than attempting to respond to the disagreement on the historical facts with the other YouTubers, Ethan Klein fucking asked his lawyer to write like a threatening letter in which he asked ChatGPT to try and debunk my videos. To be clear, not to sue me, but to sue Noah Samsen for citing those videos to disprove Ethan Klein's historical claims. You can't litigate historical arguments. You can't litigate historical interpretations. You can't litigate whether a source is valid to say that Houthis have slaves or not. Even if you were right, you couldn't litigate that. This is fucking comical. Like, for someone who just lost a slap appeal when they made false statements of fact repeatedly against a billionaire, big fucking mistake there. This is like an absurd thing to do. It's like he's trying to nurse his wounds by like getting destroyed in a slap motion himself now. What a fucking joke. Like, ChatGPT Ethan Klein, meet ChatGPT Ethan Klein, Ethan Klein's settler West Bank lawyer. Amazing. One of the other things that he said in a recent stream, which I thought was very funny, is that he's afraid to go out in public now. Ethan Klein is afraid to go out in public. This is someone who he claims that I am like, I'm in hiding from all the people who want to come after me and I'm scared to leave my house. And he straight up admits on his stream that he is afraid to go out in public. This is a man of the people. Meanwhile, I just go out every single day. People greet me in the street and they're like, Bad Empanada, will you sign my breasts? And I'm like, no, you slag, get away from me.
Lena, speak up for me.
It's scheduled.
No, we know. That's part of the issue.
She's busy.
You scheduled it 1 month ahead.
She's so
Why?
busy.
Yeah,
busy,
yeah,
right,
she's very,
Lena?
She?
Who cares? Well, you
get
need a
some
special, but
cookies.
you're shaving your head. Go to Supercuts.
I don't go in public.
You could get someone to.
You could go to Supercuts right now.
We're
and be done in
loyal
10
to
minutes.
the-
You understand about I don't go in public.
No, he's right, Dan.
Yeah,
No, he's right. I mean,
But there's
it's called
other
barber
barbers that come to
loyalty.
your house, or like could come to
We
the
don't
studio.
know that.
Because you need somebody to come to that.
This man is afraid to go outside. This is the guy who claims that like I have people coming after me. This is someone who is so afraid of the repercussions of the vile shit that he has said that he's afraid to leave his fucking house. Unbelievable. There was a clip as well where he was like saying, oh, you want to come at me? I do this for fun. This is what I do in my free time, in regards to like trying to like stalk and dox people and file frivolous lawsuits against them and shit like that. This is just what I do in my free time. I can play the audio, but I don't want to show the video because he doxes me in it. Okay. Now, listen to Ethan Klein's incredible rant about me. It's honestly just sad.
But that's okay. None of them are as dedicated, as crazy, and as willing to waste money as I am. So Georgie boy thinks he's safe out there. But he's not. He's just never really come up against someone like me. I'll just be honest. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I have more money than them. I'm more dedicated.
I have more money. Ethan, not every country is like the USA. You can't just file frivolous lawsuits like you can in the USA. Money's not going to get you anywhere else.
Dedicated than them. I've completely fucking...
You're more dedicated? Dude, you're not dedicated at all. You're the laziest fucker in the world.
Thrown every... all these things are like, maybe it's not worth it. That's all gone. Maybe it's not worth it to spend $1 million pursuing some fucking human STD in Argentina. No, that's gone.
You're not going to have $1 million once Kavanaugh's done with you.
See, that's gone. When you guys contributed to an atmosphere in which the CPS was called on my house, when you specifically...
They were called on your house because you yourself said on your own live stream that your kid had contracted the parasite Giardia, and then you went on to say that you thought that it was from eating shit. That's why.
George joked about calling the CPS. When you specifically...
It wasn't a joke, Ethan. It was me all along, Ethan. It was me, Ethan. I called them. CPS would definitely take seriously a phone call from like a person on the other side of the world.
George.
It's so funny how he frames like a CPS visit like swatting still. It's just like swatting. It's literally SWAT. It's the same. Like a bunch of like the SWAT team comes guns drawn and they like point the guns at your kid. That's what he wants his dumb teenage fans to believe. It's so fucking funny. Like it's a traumatic experience.
Suggested I was lying about the CPS coming to my house. When you...
Yeah, I still do suggest that because you've provided no evidence of it. And until extraordinary claims made with no evidence can be discarded out of hand, you've still provided nothing. Where's the paperwork? Where's like the video? You know, I'm pretty sure you have the right to record like your meeting with the CPS officer or take a picture of them or something. There's nothing. Where is that? Provide evidence for us.
George specifically propagated this whole thing by saying that my kids were crawling around and eating shit.
I didn't say that. You did.
Potentially eating shit. You welcome to my world, baby. You know what I mean?
No one will ever be in your sad little world, Ethan. No matter how low I fall, I am always consoled by the fact that I will never fall that low.
Let's fucking get it, dude.
And there's literally nothing you can do. That's the great thing. I could say anything that I want about you, and you can't do anything about it, Ethan.
I've been in a lawsuit with Ryan Kavanaugh now for like over 3 years, and I've spent...
Oh, yeah, we went over that. You're going to... Listen.
Countless hundreds of thousands. To me, this is just...
It's going to be a lot more than just hundreds of thousands. Try millions, Ethan. Try many millions. He's going to be docking your pay for centuries.
Just like my free time.
This is just my free time. Let's listen to that again. Live replay.
Countless hundreds of thousands. To me, this is just like my free time.
This is your free time. This is your free time, Ethan. Ethan, your free time is like filing frivolous lawsuits because of YouTube arguments that you're too stupid to actually engage with on the facts and the evidence. Your free time? That's the saddest thing I have ever heard in my life. You don't have a hobby, you don't have interests, you don't have friends, you don't have like anything else to do. I mean, you have 3 kids, but evidently you're not the one who's taking care of them. Your free time is just thinking about your internet grudges with people who you have a hurt ego about because they refuted your videos and you couldn't actually deal with that. So you try and file frivolous lawsuits against them. That's your free time. You are not realizing how pathetic you sound. You think you sound like the fucking Joker or something. I mean, you do sound like a Joker, but you don't sound like the Joker. You sound like the saddest, most pathetic man in the entire world. You sound like you were on the fucking brink of just ending it, man. You need help. You don't need more frivolous slap lawsuits that are going to get fucking destroyed at the first attempt to even get through an anti-slap motion. You need desperate help. You have millions of dollars and this is your life. You could be traveling the world on luxury cruise ships without working a day ever again. And this is what you do instead. You sue like YouTubers and try to get your lawyer to write rebuttals of their videos for you. Like, this is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I want to show you the next part is very funny as well.
I don't know how you handle it. For me, this is just like, this is a Sunday breeze, okay?
This is how you spend your Sundays, man. You should be spending them with your children, Ethan.
So yeah, we're gonna be working with Argentinian lawyers, investigators, police, and we are going to be basically exploring all.
He's going to be exploring all avenues to hold me accountable. He's going to be working with lawyers, investigators, police. Dude, can you imagine, like, you're a police officer and you get a filing for a guy from like another country, and it says, this guy said that I eat poop on the internet. This guy said that I eat poop on the internet. Can you do something about this? This guy said that I eat poop on the internet. So here's what's going to happen, okay? He's going to hire like a lawyer. And the second that the lawyer is going to be coy with his fees. Usually lawyers are paid up front in Latin America. You pay them up front. What this lawyer is going to do is the second that he realizes who Ethan Klein is, he's going to charge him by the hour like 20 times his normal fee. Usually in Argentina, you know, for a defamation trial, you would say, the lawyer would agree with you, okay, pay me $10,000 and I'll see this whole process from the beginning to the end. What this guy is going to do is he's going to be charged by the hour. They're going to milk the fuck out of him. And to be clear, I will fucking froth at the mouth to be sued in Argentina by Ethan Klein for defamation, to get all of the shit about like him talking about poop on the record. Do you know what the worst thing that can happen to in Argentina is as a result of defamation? I would like to show you. So in Argentina, the most popular TV presenter in the country is this guy named Eduardo Feynman. 4 years ago, he lost a defamation trial because live on television, he said straight up that a guy murdered someone. Like he was having a beef with some guy, and he said the guy killed someone. He accused this guy of murder on live TV on the most popular news station in the entire country. What do you think happened there? Literally, like, accusing someone of fucking murder. After a 2-year trial, he was fined $200. Not damages. There were no damages involved. He was fined $200. He didn't even have to retract on air. It gets better. It gets better. He appealed this. I don't know why. It's $200. But just to be a cunt, just to be a right old cunt, he appealed this ruling, which was regarding him factually accusing someone of murder, literal murder, live on air, on TV, as the most popular public figure in the country in terms of like news media. What happened? He appealed it and he was absolved. It was decided that accusing someone of murder on live TV cannot be considered defamation. He literally said about like a former soldier that he had killed like one of his compatriots in cold blood, and the court decided that what he said cannot be actioned. Now imagine if you go to the Argentine court system and you're like, this guy said that I said live on air that my kid got a parasite, and then I said that you get this parasite from eating shit. Something that he factually said. What is the worst thing that you could think could happen? Like, I could literally not even go to court. I could literally do nothing, and like I would not be in any trouble at all. However, I would do something because, like, dude, this shit is nothing. Like, for the fun of it, I would absolutely defend myself. Just so that we could have, like, in Argentine public record, like a bunch of like 50-point like legal filings going over all the times that Ethan Klein has talked about shit, all the times that he talked about like eating shit, or him talking about giardia, him talking about like his kid crawling around, putting everything in his mouth, as he said, and then like we could get that out there for everyone to see. Like, I wouldn't even care. I would get like the shittiest lawyer in the world to do this because it's not even worth actually trying to defend myself with real money in a case like this, because the consequences are nothing. Just because I want to get it on the record, because it's fucking hilarious. This guy tries to litigate someone claiming that something that he factually said happened, which was him saying, oh, my entire family has giardia. And then his crew is like, but how do you get giardia? And he's like, you have to eat my shit. I want that to be a court case. Like, imagine litigating that. He's going to go to the police about it. And I'd love to see him as well try to argue in court that getting a visit from CPS is like some sort of risk to his person or something, because that would be really funny as well. A court would be like, well, CPS is like the fucking government child protection agency. Getting a visit from CPS is not like you were attacked by terrorists or something. Like he tries to frame it like I hired a hitman or something. That's how he frames like someone calling CPS. I have never felt less threatened by anything in my entire life, and he thinks he's like the Joker or something. It's fucking incredible. Like, he's used to living in a country where you can just file frivolous lawsuit after frivolous lawsuit against people and like basically threaten them into silence because they don't want to deal with the trouble, even though they would beat you. So I will note that everyone should stand back and stand by, because with his supposed lawsuit against Noah, which I don't think is actually going to be going through with, I have privileged information. I can tell you that Ethan Klein has united forces far beyond his power and his reckoning. He has united people who go way beyond him, and things are not going to be going very well for him in the future. When Ethan Klein hears about what we have organized for him, he is going to throw an absolute fucking fit. He's going to have a mental fucking breakdown. He has made pretty much the biggest mistake he ever could have made. You'll know when you see it what I'm talking about. I'm not going to be the one who's announcing it. I am involved, but I'm not the main guy here. You're gonna see someone way bigger than me, with way more money than me, with way more power than me, and way more than Ethan announcing it. And this person has on their side way more people just like them, who Ethan Klein is going to be fucking scared into submission just at the very prospect of having these people taking action against him. Because there is no better way to deal with a vexatious litigant than people with fuck off money, way more fuck off money than he could ever hope to have, throwing it right back at him. Let's just say that he's going to regret the imputations of pedophilia against me. He's going to regret ever mentioning the word lawsuit, not just against me, but against many other people. He's going to regret ever mentioning it against Hassan Piker, against Denims, against Frogan, against whatever other people, that Reddit moderators, against anyone else who is threatening here, because he has basically ensured his own downfall by doing this. And you will know when you see it what I am talking about. I'm not, as I said, I will not be the one announcing it, but you will know when you see the announcement.